This secret was sealed under your name. Your mom and sister are. Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to discover this in the way it's now unfolding. A powerful secret was sealed, buried, hidden deep beneath years of silence. And it's been locked under your name. A name you carry without knowing the real weight it holds, but it's about to open everything wide, no matter who gets hurt in the process. Your mother and your sister know the details, and that truth should have been yours long ago. They chose silence, not out of protection, but from fear of what would happen if you ever found out. Now that time has arrived, and the seal is starting to shake. Cracks are forming in the layers of lies. It didn't begin recently, it started before you even realized what the tension around you really meant, the discomfort, the stares, the moments when they whispered in the hallway thinking you weren't listening, all of it pointed to a secret that was never buried deep enough. This is not a dream, this is not a warning, it is a divine unveiling. Archangel Michael says, they thought they were doing the right thing by keeping you out of it, but heaven never forgets, and heaven always returns what is stolen, whether it's truth, honor, or your rightful identity. You're not just someone living a life, they have built part of theirs upon your silence. In between ordinary days, they met someone behind closed doors. That someone held information that connected you to something bigger, much bigger than you were ever told. They agreed to suppress it, sign papers, keep it all hidden from you until the day it would no longer stay hidden. This is that day, their emotions are no longer stable, something inside them is breaking, guilt has built pressure in their hearts, and it's manifesting in ways they can no longer hide. You noticed your sister getting quiet lately. You saw her avoiding your eyes, holding her breath when certain names were mentioned, or when you entered the room with unexpected energy. That's not coincidence, that's panic. Your mother has been covering for her. She's been using her age and authority to create fog around you. To convince others there's nothing to worry about, but the angels are not fooled by age, and heaven does not obey human manipulation. Comment if you feel the truth is knocking already. One of them recently went to a place of worship, not for peace, but because she knows divine justice is closing in. She lit candles and whispered not prayers, but desperate hopes that time would slow down this awakening. But spiritual delays don't work when Archangel Michael has already given the command to reveal. There is something about your name that was never meant to be yours alone. A document, a bond, a transfer of something powerful, property, legacy, or even someone else's debt, and they kept it in your name hoping you'd never trace it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They might act calm now, but inside, a storm of anxiety is rising, the seal is beginning to break, and with it, the truth is ready to flood everything they thought was hidden forever. The memory of a family trip years ago will come back to you. That trip wasn't what they said it was a meeting, a secret ceremony, a discussion about your future without including your voice. Your name was written on something, while you were distracted. You were present, but they used your presence as cover for something else. That's why they insisted on taking you, why they told you not to speak much during the visit. You felt like you were born into a story already in progress. And now you'll see why. The choices they made before you understood their meanings are being judged now by the divine. One of your mother's close friends knew this secret too. She warned them not to proceed with sealing it in your name. She said it would come back to haunt the family, but greed and fear often ignore wisdom. That woman no longer visits your home, because she no longer wants to be part of the lies. Her silence has been growing heavier, and she may be the one who finally reveals the truth to you. Comment if you, always felt something wasn't being told. They didn't expect divine energy to be this strong. They didn't expect this day to arrive where your spirit would awaken and sense what they've hidden. But Archangel Michael already opened the heavens on your behalf. There's something connected to money, an account, or a property that was once yours, but redirected. The paperwork was done cleverly, under a different title, but the energy of ownership still belongs to you. That's why they've been uneasy lately every time finances are discussed. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They underestimated your soul. Your soul remembers what your mind forgot, and that soul has been stirring, rising, making you restless for the truth you deserve to. Here, the document sealed in your name carries not just physical value, it holds ancestral weight. You were chosen by a force higher than any signature or stamp. And that is why heaven refuses to stay quiet anymore. Archangel Michael says, they thought time would blur the lines. But your spiritual maturity has increased faster than they could stop, and now, the lines are glowing. Even your mother knows now that the delay has reached its limit. She's trying to prepare her heart for your reaction, but she still doesn't know how to tell you without shattering the last walls of your relationship. You must be careful. When the truth surfaces, not everyone will celebrate it. Some will panic, because it forces them to face a version of themselves they thought they could hide from forever. Type Amen to get blessing 555. She once whispered your name in fear. Fear that you'd trace the documents, the storage place, or that one hidden file box in the attic. That box exists, and the energy surrounding it is divine. There's a piece of fabric in that box. It's old. It's wrapped around something important, an item that was once yours but was kept like a relic in hiding. Your sister came close to telling you the truth once. But your mother shut it down with a glance. A glance that said everything and nothing. Comment if you felt those silent moments where eyes said more than mouths. They are beginning to lose control of the illusion. The timelines don't match, their stories are slipping. The divine realm is rearranging everything. Archangel Michael says, you are not alone in this. The angels have already positioned themselves around the truth. Nothing they do now can hide what heaven has marked to be revealed. Your mother will weep when this all unfolds. She never thought this moment would arrive while she was still alive. But God works in timing, not permission. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They once visited a notary without your knowledge. They carried papers that should have been yours to read. But they feared your reaction, so they signed on your behalf, without telling you. This is legal, but not right, and justice does not only move through courts. It moves through spirit, revelation, and alignment. You may soon receive a message from a distant cousin. That cousin will not know the full truth. But they'll drop a sentence, a memory, that will open a new path to the truth. That's when the puzzle pieces begin falling. The hidden sealed secret is not just about the past. It's about your future. It connects to someone who was erased from your life, a name you'll remember suddenly, and it will shake you. Comment if your body has felt this energy without knowing why. Your sister is breaking down slowly. You'll notice she's been distracted, quiet, even nervous lately. That's because someone recently reminded her of what she's part of. And the shame is cracking her silence. Your name is powerful. It carries lineage. It carries contracts. It carries pain. And it now carries divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They didn't think you'd grow spiritually to this level. They thought distraction would keep you blind. But no distraction is stronger than spiritual awakening. You will feel light in your room soon, even when the curtains are closed. That's Archangel Michael standing near, preparing you. This truth will not destroy you. It will empower you, it will return what is yours. And it will expose the lies as fragile as glass. There's a man involved too. He's not blood, but he knows your bloodline's value. He's the one who suggested your name be used. He feared your strength, that's why he stayed distant. But he will surface once this truth unfolds. Pretending to help, but really watching the fallout. Comment if you feel a shift is coming in your family dynamics. Archangel Michael says, prepare to receive a divine return. What was sealed will be unsealed. What was signed in darkness will be rewritten in light. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Your mother once held a box, wooden and aged. And it wasn't just for keeping family albums. That box carries a folder. Inside it, one paper that changes everything about your understanding of your identity. That single paper has your name typed on it, but it was never handed to you. She was instructed to keep it locked until the right time. But that time has passed. The divine has no more patience for deceit masquerading as protection. Your bloodline carries secrets. And they used your name to anchor what they couldn't hold themselves. She justified her silence by calling it love. But true love doesn't withhold the truth. Especially when it's about the foundation of your existence. Your mother feared how you'd change if you knew. But it is your right to know. Your sister has had dreams recently, dreams she hasn't confessed to anyone. Of you standing in light. Holding a key, and opening something she's always been told to keep shut. She wakes up crying. But she doesn't tell why. Comment if you've been dreaming too. Because those aren't ordinary dreams. There's someone older in the family, once close to your mother, who warned her never to let it get this far. That person left the family circle, disconnected from everyone, and hasn't been spoken of in years. But they are still alive, and they remember what was hidden from you. They've been waiting for a sign from you to make contact. They won't come forward until you send out energy through your voice, your prayer, or your action. Then, everything will begin to unravel. Type Amen to get blessing 999. This secret connects not only to a name or a paper. It ties to your destiny. Your path was diverted by that sealed truth, sent into a slower timeline. But the moment of divine correction is approaching fast. You will be restored to what you were meant to walk in. A particular date in your past will now take new meaning. Something happened on that day. A birthday, a trip. A sudden family argument. That day holds the first clue to the cover-up. There's an old envelope in your mother's dresser. She has moved it twice recently. Trying to decide whether to destroy it or hide it better, but she knows she can't escape this anymore. Comment if you feel guided to search in places you've ignored before. Your sister is on edge because someone has confronted her in secret. That confrontation happened days ago. It left her shaken. But she told no one. The person who approached her told her, "It's coming out. You cannot stop it. You are surrounded by divine fire now. That fire is not to burn your life down, but to burn the veil that kept you unaware. Once it falls, clarity will flood your world. Your name will be spoken differently, it will be written in places it was erased from. And with it will come new keys, literal and spiritual." Type Amen to get blessing. 1111. There's a diary. Your mother wrote it during the season when the secret was formed. It's kept in a zippered cloth bag beneath her old garments. It has your name more than 10 times in it. She wrote her guilt out, because even she couldn't carry the silence without somewhere to pour it. She never thought you'd find that diary. But the divine has already put you on the path to it. Someone connected to a bank, perhaps a family contact, holds part of the legal side of the secret. They are hesitant to speak out, but they're noticing unusual spiritual events surrounding them. Signs that are urging them to come clean. They will contact you if you stay alert. Comment if you felt like someone is circling the truth around you lately. The sealed information may include a land title, a property you were linked to, but someone removed your authority from it using clever technicalities. They didn't steal it. They deferred it. But it's about to be reclaimed. Your sister carries shame, not just silence. She didn't fully understand what she was doing when she signed something beside your mother. But now, she sees the impact, and the guilt is consuming her. Archangel Michael says, "Mercy is available, but truth must rise first." No forgiveness can exist without full exposure. And that time is here. Type Amen to get blessing. 1212. There is an older man watching this unfold from a distance. He once made a vow not to speak, but now he's doubting it. He may try to meet you suddenly, under the pretense of a casual catch-up, but don't be fooled. He's the link to the hidden paper. He knows what your mother and sister did. He knows how it began and why they thought it was necessary. But he no longer agrees with the silence. A firelight memory will return to you, something said in your childhood that didn't make sense then. But it will hit with full weight soon. It wasn't a joke, it was a slipped truth. Comment if you've heard innocent jokes about your past that didn't sit right. There are whispers already spreading in unseen realms. Even your angels have increased their presence around you. They are preparing you not just for revelation, but for inheritance. Spiritual, emotional, and financial. You may feel more tired lately. That's not weakness. It's your body adjusting to the heavy truth that's about to become light. When the seal breaks, even your health will shift. Type Amen to get blessing. 1414. Your name may appear on an unexpected file soon. It may arrive by email, mail, or be handed to you in a strange setting. When you see it, don't hesitate. That will be the moment to start asking for access to all sealed records. There is still more they haven't told you. Your father, whether present or absent, also knew pieces of this. And there may be another sibling or a cousin who was displaced due to this very cover-up. The story you've been told about family roles and dynamics will shatter, and in its place, the truth will build something new and strong. Comment if you've always sensed something unspoken during family conversations. Your sister is about to confess, not publicly, but she will try to bring it to you in a soft, apologetic way. Listen carefully. She will try to omit a detail, but you must press. Lovingly, but firmly, the truth is like a chain reaction now. One opening leads to another. And nothing can stop what heaven has now allowed. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Archangel Michael says, what was sealed under your name is not just a secret, it's a destiny that was hijacked. But no one, not even blood, can block what the divine has written into your spirit. Prepare for restoration. That same secret they sealed under your name involved a signature forged, not by strangers, but by someone who shares your last name. It wasn't random. It was planned to secure control of something they believed would never be found out, but now your energy has become too bright. Your soul is pushing against the silence. And Archangel Michael has already broken through the invisible chains that held back your elevation. Your mother may act calm, but she knows this is the beginning of the end. For the lie. A friend of hers who lives far away recently contacted her again, asking if she told you yet. That friend received a spiritual warning in a dream that the truth was waking up. Your sister was a witness to the whole thing. She was young when it happened, but not too young to understand the weight, and now, she holds the deepest regret. Comment if your intuition has been louder lately, because it's not wrong. The sealed file may include a deed, a court-related paper, or even the record of a name change. Something meant to separate you from a true part of your history. The truth is, you were meant to inherit something very specific. But it was diverted. Someone you love dearly has been used as a distraction. They were brought into your life to keep your focus elsewhere while the energy around your real identity stayed locked away. But the disguise is fading. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. A call will come soon from someone who isn't a close relative, but who once worked with your family. They'll call casually, but listen closely. They will mention something small that unlocks a bigger memory in your mind. Follow that memory. There's a location that holds the physical evidence. You've either visited this place before or passed by it countless times without realizing what it held. It could be an old house, a storage room, a locker, or a back drawer inside an office. Archangel Michael says, the moment your feet step near that location again, the spiritual veil will lift. And something powerful will awaken inside your body. You will feel your chest heat, your skin tighten, your breath shift. You may even find a letter addressed to you, one that was written years ago but never given. That letter will not just explain, it will cry. The energy in the ink still remembers the tears of the person who wrote it. Comment if you've been feeling pulled toward an old place or item lately. The divine has kept a precise record of all that was hidden from you. They might have deleted files from computers. They might have removed names from lists. But heaven doesn't forget. You were delayed, not denied. The truth has been sitting behind a curtain of false peace. But now, that curtain is being torn down by forces they cannot stop. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Someone in your mother's circle used to be a government worker. That person had access to records and helped her alter something long ago. That person will soon retire, and they fear that the new person in that role may uncover what was done. This fear is creating a ripple. It's making them nervous. That nervousness will lead to mistakes. And through those mistakes, the divine will make a door swing open for you. They will try to distract you soon, perhaps by starting an argument, bringing up past pain, or even showing fake concern. Don't fall for it. Stay centered, stay quiet. Observe. Comment if you've seen signs or synchronicities you can't explain. Your soul is expanding now. You're having thoughts that don't feel like yours, because they're messages from your higher self. Your true identity is rising through the fog they created, Archangel Michael says. They try to keep your purpose on pause, but your destiny has a divine timer. And it just rang. There is something about the way your name is written on one specific form. It's slightly altered, almost to make it seem like someone else. But the energy attached to it belongs only to you. And heaven knows that. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Your sister once called you, the chosen one, as a joke. But even then, her eyes couldn't meet yours. Because part of her spirit knew, it wasn't a joke. It was the buried truth gasping for breath. Someone not even blood-related will reach out soon and say a sentence that makes your heart skip. They may not even know what it means. But, you will. That's how the divine works, small keys opening large doors. A health issue may suddenly resolve or appear, connected to the energetic block that was placed on you when they sealed the truth. When the truth fully rises, your body will react. There may be tears, dreams, or even brief confusion. Allow it. Comment if your body has been reacting in unusual ways lately. They tried to erase someone's name from your life. A person who held love and protection for you. But the angels are bringing that name back, and when it returns, a whole chapter will open. There's an inheritance involved, whether emotional, financial, or spiritual. It was meant for you, it wasn't given. But heaven is returning it now. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Archangel Michael says, a moment is coming where they will sit you down and try to explain everything before someone else does. They'll say it in their words. Try to paint themselves as victims or heroes. But don't let the emotion cloud your intuition. They may cry. They may say they didn't know better. But listen to what is not being said. That's where the real truth sits. You'll be tested by how calm you can remain when everything inside you wants to erupt. But peace will be your weapon, calmness will be your sword. Comment if you've been preparing silently for a confrontation you can't describe. There's a scent, a sound, a visual that keeps repeating around you. It's a signal from the spiritual realm. It's the angels whispering, you're close now. Stay awake, even old photos may start to look different to you. Look again. You'll see it. A detail that once blended in will suddenly scream out. That detail holds a code. A key. Type Amen to get blessing. 2020. Your mother's fear is increasing. She's had visions, but won't tell you. She knows that once this is revealed, she cannot undo it. And the image she's trying to protect may collapse. But truth doesn't destroy, it rebuilds. The shame she carries will only leave when she comes into the light. And your healing will be the beginning of her redemption. Your sister will cry one night alone and say your name to the sky. The wind will shift. She'll feel a presence. That will be the divine asking her, are you ready to release what you hid? Comment if you've ever cried alone without knowing why. Someone is preparing a letter behind the scenes. A lawyer, a spiritual leader, or a family confidant. That letter holds part of your answer. It's not complete, but it's enough to spark your next step. There will be resistance, but also divine help, and you are not alone. Archangel Michael says, heaven has waited long enough. Type Amen to get blessing 2121.